Welcome back to the podcast. Today we have Lesane Parada. Bro, I grew up with you. This is Andy to me, but I know, bro, you do a lot of different things, and you have a lot of different names for that, which is kind of crazy.
Too many damn names.
Bro, one of the, I've always, respected your hustle, bro, because you're always doing so many things.
Thank you.
Okay, so right now, what kind of got us back in touch is, the tattoos, because I was like, I want to do some cool shit.
Yeah.
And I had been following you forever. Bro.
Literally,
literally my brother-in-law. So I've known you more than 2/3 of my life.
Yeah.
Since I was 8.
Over 20 years.
Which is fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And just kind of, not to sound fucking lame, but game respect. How do you say game respect game without sounding lame? You know what I mean? I just yeah, it's I just seriously, as someone who's I'm fucking hustling and trying to put on for my family and stuff, and bro, I've seen you do it. You know what I mean? I've seen you hustle. You're fucking out there doing it. And it's just I respect that so much, bro.
Thank you.
It's an honor for me to have you here. So thanks for being here, man. It's it's seriously.
Nah, it's an honor to be here, man.
Bro,
thank you for inviting me.
Funny enough, I was just at your spot getting a tattoo yesterday of my daughter, which everybody loves, bro. And I love it, dude. It's so clean.
Good. It's not done yet. We're going to put some
no, we have a lot more to go.
Yeah.
Don't tell my mom, who you know.
Yeah, I ain't going to tell her. Knocking on my door next day.
No, she seriously will, bro. Who does those for? I don't know.
Some guy down the street.
Yeah. But yeah, so super sick. Let's just dive into a little bit of your history, because you literally rapper, tattoo artist, designer. You do it all. And
unknown rapper.
But it's really fucking good. What? The last time I saw you put out a music video, and I was like, this is sick. Why don't we hear more of that?
Because it's a hobby to me, you know. It's no longer my passion. I gave that up when I started tattooing, you know. And every once in a while, open up the box, you know, go down memory lane, open up the box. I'm I'm gonna do this again, and then I get stuck and I go down my little rabbit hole. I do a bunch of music and I never release it.
Now, is it just because it's your because you love it?
Yeah.
But is it because you know how much work goes into tattooing that you're just I love it, but I'm just gonna put this back in the box and put it away?
No. It's my thing now.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day when I was a kid, I started rapping at 12 years old.
Yeah.
So back in the day, it was I want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
I want to do shows.
Yeah.
I want to I want to do all that. I want the entire thing of what a rapper is. And then I grew up, you know, got in trouble, and then kind of just started putting it behind me. All right, cool. I got to move forward. I got to change my life around. I got to do this. I got to do that. And yeah, so now it's just I'm grown. I'm an old ass rapper now. I don't even want to listen to myself half the time. I know people don't want to listen to me. So when I do put it out or I do show people, it's I'm just giving you a piece of me that I still have.
Yeah.
That's still a piece of me. You know what I mean?
No, that's super cool.
That's the way it's my passion.
You hold it close to yourself.
Always. Forever.
And you do it for you.
Yeah, it's me. That is me.
Dude, that's so cool.
Music, writing, poetry, all that shit.
That's so sick. And you through and through, you're an artist.
Yes, all the way. The definition of an artist, that's me.
Music art, art, physically, drawing, tattooing art, and then now designer art.
Yes, designing clothes.
And I say now designer art, it is a new thing, right? How new is
designing?
Yeah.
Actually, even before I started tattooing at 12, I always wanted to design clothing.
Yeah.
For some reason, that was me as a kid. Probably about 8 years old, I started drawing. I would always be drawing, but I started drawing clothing.
Yeah.
I just, you know how
you doodle?
Designers just doodle clothing, dresses, and all that.
Yeah.
And I always focused on women's clothing, dresses.
Okay. Gotcha.
And suits for men and stuff like that. I just thought it was dope, and I was always into fashion, so that was big for me.
Was it what kind of climate, your surroundings? What kind of climate breeds the artist that's I would like drawing, I like music, I like writing? What?
I think it all goes hand in hand. Picture all the rappers, right? They create they create the fashion for the world.
Yeah.
You know, they put their fashion together.
Styles,
maybe not for the world, but where I come from and the way I viewed it. You know, I'm watching MTV. I'm looking at Nelly when I'm freaking 12 years old, and he has he has a do-rag on, a baseball cap, and then like, you know, his Band-Aid thing, and then his jerseys and everything matched. So I'm looking at that like, damn, I want to dress like that. But why did I want to dress like that? Because he was getting all the girls. You know, and obviously that's a little boy's like main thing. Is I want the girls.
That's
you know,
right.
So that had a lot to do with why I did what I did at a young age and get me to the point to like where I'm at as a young adult.
Okay, that's dope. Yeah, no, to your point, like the rappers are like they're culture innovators.
Yeah.
Like, and then you see the music video, which again, when we were kids, so I'm slightly younger than you, but like when we were kids, like you didn't have all this social media. You had music videos, and that pretty much dictated,
that was your social
dictated
media,
it, or
right?
movies
Not
and
social
TV
media,
shows. But like,
yeah,
depending on the TV show, if you're watching like a Boy Meets World, you're not gonna dress like Corey Matthews.
That was your influence.
Yeah,
exactly.
No one's dressing like Corey Matthews.
Yeah,
not even Sean, and he was the cool kid. Like
exactly.
You're definitely dressing like whoever the rapper was at that time. So
so that's where I got my motivation from my own fashion sense.
Yeah. You start like tattoos, like your main thing, and you said you've been doing it how long now?
15 years.
15 years. Fucking A. So how did it all start? Why did it start?
Tattooing. I started when I was 21, and it really started, if I'm being honest, like it started because of a lack of options for me to like go to school. I caught a felony I got arrested at 18, caught a felony at 19, and pretty much was like in between jobs, didn't know what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Then one day I just woke up and was like, yo, I'm gonna be a tattoo artist. And I literally said it out loud when I woke up that day. I woke up out my bed, I'm like, I'm gonna be a tattoo artist. And I started, I started doing my homework on what do I gotta do, and from then on I got my tattoo machine. I got an apprenticeship, like a month of me tattooing.
Yeah.
And I went from there. The sky was the limit.
Now, what did you do to get those? Like the 18 and 19, what happened? And you don't have to tell me if it's too crazy, but if it's within the scope, sure.
Yeah. Well,
it's a lot?
No, but I don't want to say that.
Let's not go back that way.
Just know I caught a felony at 18.
Just know it happened, bro.
Yeah, know it happened.
Okay, fair. My second question though is like I feel as though you've always had the work ethic. Did you have it even before tattooing, or was it like kind of like?
No, I've always had a work ethic.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so
yeah, making money, because making money funds the way
everything.
I dress myself. Like what I'm driving, what I can, So, that was everything. And at that point in time, 15 years ago from today, like that's when tattooing started getting way more popular.
Sure.
And I got into
taboo,
the game.
Huh?
Yes, I got into the game right when it was like the peak of the tabooness, and then it just kind of fell out off the mountain.
Which is beautiful.
And then, because now everyone has tattoos. But when I started, it wasn't like that. It was still rough in the industry. You're still getting hazed from being like an apprentice, and you got to go through all that. But I was actually very lucky on my apprenticeship, and I worked my ass off.
Yeah,
I put my hustle, like the way you see me hustle in life on social media. It was like 3 times that as an apprentice, because I wanted to bust my ass. I had a kid coming, too.
Yeah.
So I had to really figure out what I was going to do with my life.
Did that focus you, though?
Oh, big time.
Bro.
Yeah, I had a son coming.
Let me tell you, like,
time.
even Luke, like, I have a daughter now, 4 months old.
Yeah, so
and
now
like,
you know what it's like.
Bro, I know exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
Like, I feel
Get your
like
ass up
I've
and
made
hurry.
so much progress in the last 4 months on what we're doing. Like, you maybe, like, Luke's off camera, so when I look off, my producer, and he also is the short form editor. He does a whole bunch of shit around here, but
cheers, Luke.
Yeah, cheers, Luke. We need to get you a camera angle, dude. That's what we'll do. We will do it. But yeah, you might not look like it, but we are like lacked a lot of like structures.
Nah,
a lot of
This is
disciplines,
cool.
like a lot of like, some of the products that we're trying to sell now, like we just didn't have it. Things that are going to allow us to get bigger and kind of get
growing
where we're going.
pains, bro.
But it was not even the pains. We just weren't doing it. I was always like,
that's part of growing pains as well.
Bro,
not doing it because then you finally do it and you see like, damn, all I had to do was just do it. That's part of a growing pain.
Exactly that, bro. And in the last 4 months, I've probably invested in 3 different like coaches / programs to help me kind of learn a new thing.
Yeah.
And it's just paid off so intensely, but it's just because I'm like, I feel the clock is fucking ticking. Like, this girl's going to be needing so much more at 2, at 4, at 6, at 8. Like,
well, not only that, there's 2 of you somewhere else that are doing and thinking the same exact thing.
No, for real.
But you guys been ahead of the game.
Well, we're trying to. So that's the main thing we focus on, is just being the best at what
What
like,
you guys do.
What we do. Now, like, that's always been the case, but now it's like providing the customer experience. Like, that was one thing we lacked. Like, it was me and two other of us trying to like coordinate the project delivery. Like, here's your videos, here's on this time, just like doing it not good.
Right.
And so now we just literally brought the person in to really guide that ship. And I would say, dude, that has been like,
once again, growing pains.
oh my God.
You guys are learning. It's a learning process. Even starting a podcast is a learning process, you know?
And, the podcast, like we were talking about it yesterday, but the podcast, we're trying to do 3 a week. Just
That's crazy.
But we want to blow everyone out of the water. Like, I'm not competing with anyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's competing with me. Because I'm going to put up so much volume that, like, good luck.
Yeah. Are you trying to Joe Rogan this shit,
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I just want, like, I know that I can have anything I want, which is a byproduct of whatever these guys want.
Yeah.
But, like, you just got to do it.
Exactly.
So making the way. So Thursdays are.
You guys got the tools to.
That's what I'm saying. Thursdays are blacked out, and that's just what we do. So back to tattoos, though. How many tattoos do you have?
I don't know. I can't.
You lost count?
Yeah, bro.
Do you have in a ballpark?
I probably have like 65% of my body.
Fucking tight.
Yeah.
They're all so dope.
There's no way I could count all.
How many
tattoos.
did you do yourself?
I did my entire stomach myself. I did some of my legs. Most of the stuff's covered up. My kneecap. I think that's it.
All right. What about the first tattoo you actually tattooed on someone?
It was my boy Shotty, and yeah, this was MySpace days. Like, I had just got my little tattoo kit. I posted on MySpace. I'm like, yo, new tattoo kit. Who wants to get ink?
Let's go.
And then like I had like 100 comments because it was at a time where like still no one gave a shit about how shitty their tattoos are gonna look. They just wanted tattoos. So yeah, like he hit me up. And then my boy Rilo, it was him and Rilo, and I ended up tattooing them both.
Do you remember what it was?
One. Yeah, it was a California state outline.
Let's go.
No, it wasn't the outline. It was the CA.
That's dope.
And it was horrible. Like I had to draw it on him.
Okay, fair.
Like with a pen, like a big pen.
Okay.
Like freehand, because I didn't know what the I was doing at that time.
You're just learning.
Yeah, growing pains.
That's funny, bro.
And then the next day, I do my buddy Rylands, and I do like a little football. No, it was the same day, like a little football thing, dude. Yeah. I still see he's on my bowling team right now.
Oh,
like,
tight.
He's the captain of my bowling team.
/ also bowling team.
Yeah.
What the are we doing? We need to be on a bowling league.
It's fun, dude.
Dude, no, I know. That sounds amazing.
Dope.
I took a bowling class in college, and I got like decent at it.
No shit.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I suck at bowling, dude. But I got my own bowling ball. Like, I just go all the way. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to look dope doing it, you know? So I actually, like, I'm designing the clothing for our bowling squad. We're the only squad on there that has, like, an outfit. I'm not talking just a shirt with your name on it. Like, we have 2 different color outfits. We're about to have 3 because I'm making another one for Sunday. Like, every other week, I'm trying to have a different color. Oh, because
you're making the clothes, so you can just do it.
Exactly.
That's so fucking cool.
It's dope, you know?
That's so cool. Like, you guys are the swaggiest
But anything I touch is going to turn to gold,
no,
bro.
Right. That's
except bowling, because I suck. But
not the actual game, but you guys will look really good.
Yeah, we're going to look dope, you know? Yeah, it's dope.
So the CA outline.
And then his like football with some letters and his number on it. Man, it's like Braille on him. Yeah. Like, it's so lifted. I scarred the out of him. It's hilarious.
But they still have him, and it's all good.
Oh yeah, he loves it. He tells me this day, he's like, bro, this is one of my favorite tattoos.
That's so cool.
He's like, cause you did it.
That's right.
Like, he's second tattoo. So yeah, it's cool.
That's so cool.
Me, I'm always like, man, I need to cover up a lot of the shit I did back in the day, cause where I'm at now, you know, and I see the old shit, I'm like,
for the we'll throw a picture up of the one we just did yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally insane, like what you can do. Your portraits are fucking insane. Like, coolest shit I've ever seen.
Thank
you. Like portraits, like you want to put a picture on you, like, and it look exactly like that. Like, bro.
Thank you. You know what? I didn't try my first portrait for 4 years of me tattooing. Not to my 4th year of tattooing. And the first portrait I ever did was like the craziest story ever. So my buddy Mark tells me like, hey, my grandma's sick. She doesn't have much time. I want to get her name on me. So he comes in. I put his grandma's name like right here, right?
Yeah.
And then like he's like, all right, cool. He goes home. He hits me up later that night and he's like, hey, bro, we just left the doctor's office. She said she doesn't have that much time to live. He's like, I want to get her face on me before she goes because I want her to see like her face on me. You know, I want her to know I got her portrait. And I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, I want to schedule it like 3 weeks from now. I'm like, yeah, cool. Let's schedule it. So we did. And he hits me up like the next day. And he goes, bro, I got to go in there right now and get the portrait done if you have time. And I'm like, what? Like, why? He's like, my grandma's not going to make it. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, yeah, hell yeah. I'll clear my schedule. Cleared my schedule. I got him in there. And this is my first, like, portrait that someone's paying for. And her face is, like, this little because he got her with, the, like, my brother's portrait right here, right?
Okay.
Little face with her Angel jersey. Cause So I put the stencil on him. We're getting ready to go. It's drying up, you know, the process. I go, you ready? He's like, yeah. And he puts his arm down. My needle's about to go, and he gets a call. His grandma passed away. Oh. Right as the needle's going into his skin. On my first, talk about, like, what I had to go through, like, the bullets I was sweating on my first portrait.
Gosh.
Like, it was crazy, but, man, I think I killed that portrait. To this day, I look at his arm when I see him, and I'm like, dude, you know how stressful this portrait was? Like, but it was such a beautiful, like, experience that I got to share with him at that time, you know? So,
and is it because you just like felt the emotion of it? You're like, I've got to do.
Do you feel
the
everything?
Best
Yeah.
job
Can you imagine?
ever.
One, you mess up somebody's like a portrait on them, right?
Well, you're dealing with
You're
that
just
pressure.
like, all right, cool. I got my mom's portrait or my kid's portrait, whatever.
Yep.
But your grandma that you called your mom that raised you.
Yeah.
Like, imagine someone fucking up on that portrait, literally a couple hours after she passed. Hell no. Yeah, that shit was. Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, pressure right there. Yeah, I made a
But
diamond
you killed
that
it,
day.
though.
Made a diamond that day.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Now, like, kind of a nuanced question, because I saw the stencil that you made for me yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, when you look at it, and again, we'll put it on the screen, but when you look at it, there's so much shading detail, but it's not in the stencil. So, but I do see you have markings in there. What does that mean?
It's just where it just depends on the stencil. Because sometimes I'll just whip it out, so the stencil will have a little bit of shading, so I know where to go.
But the markings though, are you telling yourself to do
to
something?
stop there.
To stop there.
Stop there, or go this
Dude,
far.
that's so
Don't go
like
past
the
this.
stencil is so intricate because I was telling him, I was like, dude, it's hard to see the vision with the stencil on because I can't tell.
Yeah, and everyone's stencil's different now. You know, like now there's like a stencil machine that makes it for you. Like it just prints out a stencil. And I'm still old school. Like I'm still stuck in my ways. Like I'm so stubborn with a lot of shit. Like I barely went to a cordless machine like a month ago, and these things have been out for a few years now, and I'm just like, nah. That like it's a battery, it's not gonna last. I tattoo high voltage, and now I'm just like, why the didn't I do this? You know,
this
growing
is so
pains
nice,
still.
bro.
You
Yeah,
know what
exactly,
I mean? Like,
dude.
why didn't I do this before,
Bro, that feeling. Why didn't I do this
amazing.
before? It is good, but you feel like an idiot.
I don't feel like an idiot, but like
You're like, I feel good. I feel good.
Yeah, like,
Man, there's certain there's certain things that we do. I feel dumb all the time, but that's tight.
nah. As long as you grow from it,
That's
you
right.
learn from it, grow from it, you'd be good.
That's right. Did I ask you this? Do you have a favorite tattoo of yours?
Mine,
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I love what I got for my son.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I got 3
yeah.
kids. I only have one kid of mine like tattoo. It's his portrait and then his handprint.
Oh,
So he got my hands right away. Like
Yeah.
so.
That's amazing. I love that.
And then
bro.
my brother's portrait. Those are like my favorite.
Super
ones.
sick, bro.
Yeah.
What about in recent memory? What's like one of the favorite ones? Well, actually, was
One that I've done on
Yeah, one that
somebody.
you've done on someone. But was the grandma one? Would you say like probably one of your favorites? Because I don't know how you'd beat that from an emotional experience.
One of my favorite portraits, just because it's the most memorable.
Sure.
You know, but shit, with my pieces, it's like
Yeah.
I want to do like the last piece I did. I want it to be like my favorite.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I'm only in competition with myself.
That's
you
right.
know?
Yeah.
There's so many badass artists out there, and
Yeah.
it's like I'll never be in competition with them. Like, most of these guys fucking blow me away. These new age artists, like they're so fucking good, you know. So it's like I'm not trying to be better than them. I'm not trying to be better than how I was
better in what
yesterday.
way? How are they blowing you away? Because I've seen your stuff. I literally just watched your story today of what you put out, which is fucking sick. It was the birds.
I wouldn't say. I mean, it's just different.
Yeah,
you know, we're
what
all
did that-
different artists,
Sure.
and I know that most tattoo artists, like, this is their passion, this is their love, this is their
Yeah,
everything.
sure.
It's not just a job for them.
Sure.
You know, although it's not just a career for me, I still don't have that like passion that I do for designing clothes.
Sure.
You know, I never had that passion that I had for like writing poetry or doing music. So that's it's so different.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I tell
get it.
anybody, especially all like the kids that I tattoo and kids that I have like around, like my nephews and my son's friends.
Yeah.
I tell them like, yo, you guys are young and you guys have dreams. We all have dreams, right?
Yeah.
Especially when we're young, like the sky's the limit. I want to do this. I want to do that.
Yep.
But you don't know what it's like to fund those dreams. You know, like I always wanted to be a designer. Imagine if I would have just went to designing school.
Nah.
I would have had to start at like the bottom
Yeah.
when I finished school, got a job somewhere. I'm at the bottom, which is what I did with tattooing, but this is more of something that like I was passionate about. I might have lost my passion at the end of it and never wanted to design again and ended up being a lawyer or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But your dreams aren't cheap, you know? And it wasn't until I
And say it
became
again for the
a tattoo artist
lazy
and got my
people.
career where I was able to fund my dreams.
Yeah, bro.
I'm able to fund like the badass like music studios in New York. Like that was one of my biggest dreams as a kid, is recording in Brooklyn. I've recorded in Brooklyn like 15 times already.
That's right.
That's dope as
But
to
because
me,
you can
know
pay
what
for
I
it.
mean? Because
Yeah.
I can pay for it now.
Yeah, man.
So the same thing with my clothing line. Like I've already put this almost at a 6-figure like cost of what I've put in
Just to get it going.
just to get it going. Can you imagine some kid out of college being able to do that without mommy and daddy money?
Yeah.
No. So there's like, you have to have the money to fund your dreams.
Yep.
Like with my son, I'd say, go to school, become something that makes money,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
even if you don't like it, like
Yep.
do something that's going to make you money and then pay for your dreams.
Or at least just learn how to make money. Because once you kind
Or
of
that.
learn and it's like an achievement, achievement
Yeah, but you
unlocked.
can make money.
You make a-
you got to be careful with your words there, because especially coming from where I come from, you say go make money, you're going to end up with a fucking felony.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
fair,
mean?
Fair. I do mean like, but you said it the right way. You said go to school. I said like what I'm saying is like I've almost feel like it's like a achievement unlocked. Learn how to make 100K. Cool. I can do this again, probably in a different way, in a different game.
Yeah.
Like once you've kind of learned how to do that, you can do it in different ways.
It gives you cushion in
That's
life.
right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just like cushion with your dreams. It gives you cushion in life, because now you know how far you're willing
You
to
can do
go
it, yeah.
to do it, you know? And now it's like, all right, cool. Now I can follow my dreams.
That's right. So that's
You know?
exactly what I was saying. And also it gives you a little faith in yourself, because like, you're like, I've
Exactly.
done this. I can do it again. I'll
that
do it.
doubt,
I'll do
that
it.
doubt within yourself that you have when you keep failing that's what will keep you down.
That's right,
Or
man.
it's what's going to help you get back up.
Yeah, get back up, and then once you get there, you're like, you have a little faith in yourself.
Exactly.
What's funny though, like something you said is like funding your own dreams, which literally you're sitting in my own dream right now.
Which
like
is
this
dope as
podcast,
fuck, right?
like how would anybody be able to do like just do it on their own if we didn't like Luke's on. Yeah, Luke's on my team. He's he loves this shit. Like, and I love this shit. I love having him here. But like,
But you guys I could see the passion behind you guys. Like, that's so dope that you guys get to do both in one.
yeah,
You know, like you
Yeah.
guys get to live your dream, be passionate about it, and love what the you do for work, you know? And it's like, it's not even work to you guys.
This one isn't. The behind the scenes videos aren't. But when clients are involved, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Because
but-
we have there's so much more pressure, bro.
Oh, yeah, of
But,
course.
like,
Because now you're
but
dealing with other people.
But I will say, like, when we get to do this and make
Mhm.
ads that get us, more clients, like that's real. Like, not to say that working with clients isn't fun, because I have a great time and we have pretty fucking incredible clients. But
Yeah.
but when
It'll
they-
get to a point where you guys get to pick and choose your clients.
yeah, that's
You could
also
be
true.
like, yeah, this client might offer you like $10,000 to do an ad for them or whatever. And you're going to be like, nah, because I don't want to deal with you and your company. I don't, because that's like, it's kind of like.
we're literally just
No.
talking about
It's kind of like such like a douchebag thing to say, or like you sound arrogant. But in my line of work too, like I pick and choose all the time. You know, like it doesn't matter how much, because you get to a point where money doesn't fucking matter.
No, yeah,
You know what I
that's the
mean?
goal.
Like, you're doing what you love. I do not need for me to do what I love to be a fucking chore for you. I don't want you coming in with the attitude on like, I need this, this, and this. Like,
Yeah.
no, you came to me because you needed my service.
Yep.
Because you saw what I'm capable of
Right.
doing. Now, if you don't want this, this, and this, and let me do what I do, and you're gonna be over here over here as my shadow, overseeing everything, like no, thank you. Keep your money, find a different company, and I'm pretty sure they'll
and
they'll
that's,
love you for
that's
that.
the funny part is like it's a two-way street. Like it's a two-way street. Both people have to choose to want to do it. And at a point, like not everyone can do that, but at a point, like, man, like,
you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna be able to do that.
We're not good. We're not a good fit. You know, hey, we're not a good fit to work together.
Exactly.
And that's like the way to say it.
The best way to say it.
That's the best way to say it. Hey,
without
like, you know,
saying go
I don't
f- yourself.
what you're thinking, but don't say.
Yeah.
Bro, so that's funny, bro. So I get it. Cause like I imagine in the art space when you're putting art on someone, oh, I don't like it. I don't like that.
I mean, it's part of the game, and it's part of the it's part of the job.
How do you deal with that though?
I deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, like it came to a point where I was just like, all right, cool. If this is what you want, I stopped giving people that advice. You know, like this is what you want. Back in the day when I was still going through my growing pains,
Sure.
right? This is probably like 5 years ago and beyond.
Sure.
And that's the way it was. All right, cool. But just know I'm going to do it exactly the way you want it. Right? Right now you're the artist. So I'm going to give it to you the way you want it. And like 8 out of 10, like they weren't like, damn, they would come back later to get another tattoo and be like, look, I'm just going to let you do what you do because I told you what to do on this one and I don't fully like it. Yeah. And then it pisses me off because it's like, yo, this is my work on you. Yeah. You know, and you don't like what I told you not to do in the first place, but I did it anyways.
Bro, we run into the same
Nowadays, I'm just like, look, I'm just not the artist for you.
Yeah.
Like, just plain and simple. I'm not going to tell you to go f yourself because I get it. You know, you want something, but I'm not able to deliver. I don't know what's in your head. I don't know what you're trying to draw out. All I know is what I can do.
There's a level of trust that needs to be just
big time in anything, in business.
Yeah. I mean, if someone's coming to do it, you got to give you some trust.
Yeah.
Like, because I'll tell you
this.
this.
On your skin
like
forever.
This one and this one, in my head, they were
two different
this
trusts.
big.
Yeah.
But though, well, this one's a fucking big colored Pokemon.
Yeah.
And this one's a portrait, which I love both. We're going to finish the Pokemon. We're going to finish the portraits on the arms. So a lot more to do. But what I'm saying, though, is they were a lot smaller in my head both times. And then you came out and, like, this one, like, you can see the tail, was this big in my head. Yeah. You brought it out and put it on there, and I was like, holy fuck. You know what? I think this is what we're going to do because that looks amazing. Like, literally, the tail is bigger than what I thought it was.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, but, like, I trusted you because, like, it's just tight. Like, it's so cool, the amount of detail and, like, just how you're able to bring it to life being that big.
It's that much better being, like, an artist and you getting to choose your artist. There's so many badass artists, and I tell people that all the time. There's so many dope-ass artists out there. You can choose from any one of them, and you can get your fit. Yeah. I might not be your fit. Sure. I might just be that person that you see that you're like, oh, I think he's cool, or I think I just want to go sit in his chair and talk to him. Like, but I might not be your fit for what you're trying to get.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. Yeah, and I think
you guys are gonna get to that level. I'm not saying you're not already at that level because you guys are badass.
We're trying, bro.
But
we're trying.
You'll get to that point, I should say, not level, that point to where you guys are gonna be able to pick and choose who you want to work with, who fits you guys, and you guys aren't worried about like paying the bills or doing that because that messes with you at times, you know?
Yeah.
Where you have to sacrifice your well-being and your brain and what you guys are gonna go through, your emotions, just to keep the lights on. And that's what sucks. That's what takes the passion out of out of what you love, you know?
But some of those stories, some of the rough times, I was talking to Derek the other day and he was listening in. This is way before Luke. But some of those rough times are fun. Like they're like when you look back and you've accomplished it, it's like cool to look back on hard in the time though.
Because you know you can do it.
And it's done. It's like, well, it probably won't ever be that bad again.
Well, like once again, goes back to growing pains. That's right, bro. You got to go through it.
Dude, so like I mentioned you're like a super hard worker, but one thing I noticed that you do, and I don't know if this is for everyone, but you do these travel trips. You do these like tattoo tours. Sounds really hard. Tours. Sounds really hard. Like really hard work. But like, what is that? Are you just like, I'm rolling into a city, like I'm trying to fill up the book. What's up? Like, what is that?
Yeah, you know what? Since I was a little boy, I always wanted to travel for work.
Yep.
Right. Yep. And I used to see my Nina, which is my godmother. I used to see her travel all the time as a kid, you know, and I'd always be like, man, like that's so cool. She gets to hop on a plane, go to a different state, and make money doing it. Right?
Yes.
So as I got older, obviously, in college, there's nothing I was gonna do. Like I think God's plan was everything for me to be where I'm at, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So when I started tattooing, I'm like, yo, I could take this anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it wasn't until 2020,
right?
Or 2019 when I traveled quite a bit, right? But 2020, when the world shut down, that's when I traveled my ass off.
Oh my God.
I was on 62 flights that year.
Jeez.
Yeah.
How many is that a month? What is
Probably
that?
should not be saying this.
Oh no, I'm good.
Camera.
We built our brand. We built our brand through. No, dude. Hey, if the airline stayed open, then so did we.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
More than 1 week. Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. So, and it's funny that you say tattoo tours because that's honestly what it was like. Because
Yeah.
I would hit 3 different states.
Fucking A.
Yeah, I would go from one state to the next and then stay there for a few days and then go to the next state for a few days and then come back home and then be there for like 10 days, a week and a half, and then head back out. Yo, it was wild. 2020, 2021, and half of 2022.
But like, if you had the right mindset, that bit 2020 was the time, bro.
Oh,
to
yeah.
build a business. If you had the right mindset, we built a ton. Like
Yo, I was getting first class tickets for $150.
let's go, bro. Let's go. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Where was your favorite place to go tattooing during that time?
New York.
New York. You love New York, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you recorded in Brooklyn, and okay, for sure. All right, I gotta ask a business question. What was your most? You don't have to say how much, but what was your most profitable trip? And if you can say how much did you make?
It was a New York trip.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a lot.
a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Can't say.
Damn, bro.
Can't say.
Man, but I mean, I can.
It was a tax write-off for sure,
man, that's fucking tight.
Yeah.
Did you but when you leave a trip like that, are you like accomplished? You're like, or are you just exhausted?
A little bit of both.
Yeah. Like, man, this feels good.
But it's fun. You know why? Because like, although I make a lot, I spend a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
and I'm not talking about spend a lot on me. I'm talking about I spend a lot on my clients.
Yeah.
You know, my clients come and I take them out. Like I take them out to
That's
steak
cool.
dinners. I take them out to like 5-star,
Do you have
4-star
reoccurring
restaurants.
clients
Yeah.
in the areas?
Oh yeah, yeah. So all my clients out there, like no,
Oh,
like
sick.
we go to the bomb places.
Like they pay you, and then you're like, I'm gonna pay you back a little bit, and you go to eat.
Pretty much,
That's
you
cool.
know. And then whenever I travel, like I'm staying at like the most luxurious places that I can stay at.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
big rooms.
Yeah.
Like they're living life. Like it's very, very like baller, lavish lifestyle when I go out there and
That's
tattoo.
cool, dude.
So
That's so cool. Man, that sounds like fun. I know it's probably like tiring after some
it
time.
is. I'm
Like,
exhausted now.
We just did a trip to.
Go ahead.
Well, no, go for it.
No, go ahead.
Well, we just did a trip, and it was, dude, we were fucking beat by the end. It was only 4 days, but we drove.
Oh, so anytime you drive, you're gonna be beat.
But what were you gonna say though?
I was saying yesterday when I did your tattoo, I just flew in from Arizona.
Oh, I know.
I just got off a plane.
So thank you for
came
doing
home,
it at such short notice.
and then tattooed him. So
I did not know that, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, how long was that? 3 hours, 4 hours?
3 hours.
Dude, you were motoring though.
Yeah, 3
like
hours.
you literally were moving. Like, I was like, all right, let's get it done. But I appreciate that. I'm just trying to like.
you're
not
trying
trying
not to feel the pain
Yeah,
for 10
bro.
hours.
I'm not trying to sit there all day, and you're not.
Yeah.
I don't think you are either. And you can do it really good fast. So it's like,
Yeah.
fucking hey, it's so good. All right, so it couldn't be this podcast without talking a little bit of social media. So you've been able to build quite the following on your Lesane X page. Was it always Lesane X, or did it kind of
No, it was novel tattoos.
okay? That's what I was gonna say. And
Yeah.
novel, and you were telling me off camera when you got here that novel came from novelist,
Yeah.
which was your rap name.
Rapping it, yeah.
And then
back
so
in the day.
novel tattoo, and now over to Lesane. But what does Lesane mean?
There is no meaning. Now they're like, you can Google it and there's like some dumb meanings, but back in the day when I Googled it, there was no meaning to it. There was
Okay.
no definition to
Cool.
it. So it was like a name that I took to basically like create something that you can create from,
Sure.
you know? So if there's no definition to it, you define what it is,
Yeah, that
you
makes
know?
sense.
So I'm going to define like, this is what Lesane means to me.
Yeah.
And if this is the same that like represents you, then
There's a name
you're
for that.
part of it.
Yeah, there's a name for that word.
Lesane was actually Tupac's birth name.
Oh, really?
And then it was changed to Tupac when he was a year old.
That's cool.
I believe, yeah, a year.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Well, fucking A. So, okay, so I MySpace, and you posted like that you had a tattoo machine. Were you able to build any sort of following on MySpace before it kind of?
I think MySpace, they capped your following out at 5,000.
Did they really?
Yeah, I believe so. Google it, but I remember, yeah, I was capped out. Like
That's
there,
wild.
yeah, I think it was 5,000 that was it. MySpace, you got 5,000 followers. You had to like delete and accept another one if you wanted to keep going higher on the following. Yeah, right. To be off 5,000,
Hey,
like
but
you can't even friend request this person.
It's a flex, but like now you wonder why they're out of business.
Yeah, and they're still so dope, dude. That was like the best social media
That was
ever
cool.
made.
But it was the first one. I just like, it was so cool. Like I'm gonna plug in my song right here. I'm gonna learn how to. I'm doing my coding. Like I'm trying to get my pictures.
Everyone was a coder.
My best
at that
friends
time.
going in there.
Your top 8,
bro. It's so funny. Okay, but like on Instagram, like walk me through, because did you build business through Instagram, or was it like you did a sick ass piece, you put it up, and you just kept doing it, and you kept getting more clients? Or
I mean, Instagram's just Instagram, right? Like people like, repost, doing all that. And when you're starting off, like when I'm starting off when I was younger, just reposting, telling people. The time I got the most following was when I got my teeth done.
Yeah, so, tell me what.
So I got Diamonds in My Mouth by Johnny Dang, right? Okay. So space. Yeah, I was like, another thing that I've always wanted, right? Like the whole my rapper kid mentality. Yeah. Like I want diamonds in my mouth one day, permanent.
Legitimately.
Like, so I hit him up, got the appointment, flew out there, got the molding, and they made my teeth and they stuck them in there. So I got 10. I got 10 flawless diamonds on gold. Yeah.
Damn.
So they put me up with like, these are the highest level of diamonds that you can get when you go to him.
Yeah.
I didn't get no bullshit. I was like, yo, I told him these were my exact words was, whatever Kevin Gates got in his mouth, that's what I want in mine. And they're like, oh, okay. Cause they thought I was messing around when I called them on the phone. And I'm like, no, like I'm ready to do this. Like I want to put money where my mouth is, I want to put the money where my mouth is.
Yeah.
And I flew out there the next week. Got my teeth done, and they reposted my video because I made it on their like flawless gang, whatever the hell they call it. And they posted me. I think that was one of their highest viewed videos at the time, and I got like 15,000 followers just off that.
That's high.
Yeah, because I mean I was in the back of the rows with Johnny. Like we went out. He took me out to eat and shit. And the guy that was like his right-hand man at the time was like, yo, Johnny don't do this shit for nobody. That's not like a rapper or, big time in the industry. I'm like, that's cool, and he was filming me in the back, So I was like, damn, I feel like a celebrity back here.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man.
But it was cool.
Just how many followers did he have? Yeah, how many followers did he have?
Johnny at that time had 1 million. He had just reached his millionth following at that time. Follower at that time.
That's wild.
He just reached an M. Yeah, and I think I had like 20,000 followers at the time, and then
you're gaining followers
up to 35,000 in 2 days.
And you're gaining followers for your work, right? At that time.
Yeah. So all tattoo work, all that. I had like hundreds of messages after that, like, "Yo, when you coming back to Texas? Do you come out to this state?" And I was already so damn busy at the time that I couldn't even get back to people, So
you leveraged the shit out of that. Well, the two things, that's kind of like an investment in yourself that really paid off.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a conversation starter, right? It's one thing to have tattoos. That's a good conversation starter. Like, oh, that's a cool tattoo. Like, whatever you're gonna talk about, right? But then, like, I smile at people like all the time, just say hi, how you doing? Like, have a good day. Like to the people that serving food or getting a cup of coffee.
Yeah, for sure.
And then they're like, oh shit, dude, I had a lady at Starbucks literally last week ask if she could take a picture with me. So she's like with my smile.
Bro, you have celebrity.
Which is weird because it happens a lot.
You have celebrity vibes, bro.
And
it's I was telling you, you're made for the podcast, bro.
No.
How much did it cost?
$16,000.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, for the teeth.
That's cool. I might have to do it next.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's worth the investment.
That's fucking tight. Yeah, I mean, like, damn. So you were able to leverage your social off. I mean, like, so you made a bunch of clients off that because you had beautiful art going up. I think that's an easy win, right? Because it's like a mobile gallery. Yeah,
well, I don't think anybody started following me because I had diamonds in my mouth.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, I'm not saying you're saying that, but I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, they're not following, so I guess they like what they see on my page as far as the work goes.
I think it's kind of weird because, like, people don't know they like you until they saw it. So that post went out with you and Johnny, and then they went to you and they're like, whoa. This is cool.
Yeah, they're like,
and then that kind of it's just like I pay for ads right now, right? That's just like an ad that wasn't intended to be an ad.
No, that's exactly why I did it.
Yeah,
and that was another reason why, because I was like, yo, there's nobody here that has permanent diamonds in their mouth. I'm like,
Bro.
and me, I always wanted it.
Yeah.
You know, I told my mom's like, you're crazy, but she already knows like I'm crazy, and so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go get diamonds in my mouth now.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Do you still get a pretty good amount of business from Instagram, or is it more like
It's slowed down a lot.
yeah, it's gotten weird, right?
Yeah, because they have their algorithm and all that changing like every 2 weeks. So
Okay. So what's your main? Is it word of mouth right now then?
yeah, word of mouth.
So you used to do this thing back in the day that just like I would die laughing with your fucking memes, like the dirtiest memes you can think of, and then like make it dirtier.
Yeah.
And you would just
And
go
then my
on
caption
like,
would be a little bit
and
dirtier.
it would be dirty too, and you'd go on like it would be like 4 or 5, 6 at a time.
Yeah.